You're probably starting to hear some whispers that the housing market is starting to shift, and the answer is absolutely correct. Yes, it is. Now, this is something that we are seeing nationwide, but of course, I'm going to tell you what's happening right here in Killeen as a real estate professional that is actively in the market every day, helping my buyers and sellers with selling their home or, of course, purchasing their home. I'm seeing some trends, and of course, I have to bring that to you so you have all the information you need to make the best decision possible. Now, this isn't fear mongering. This isn't, doomsday or anything like that. It's just giving you some realistic data, letting you know what is happening in our market and really how you can benefit from it if you are a buyer. Now, sellers, it's still an opportunity for you too, but buyers, this is definitely your time to shine. This is the time when you can have a lot more negotiation power. You're able to get those closing cost assistance, maybe interest rate buy down, home warranties. There's really so many different ways that you can play it for you in markets like this compared to when it is very competitive and you're just trying to get your offer accepted by any means necessary. And if you don't know who I am Brina Gordon, your favorite Central Texas realtor. My goal, like I said, is always to ensure you have the tools and resources that you need to make the best decision. So let's jump into it. Alrighty, so we are going to jump right into this information. Make sure you're taking notes or comment down below if you have some additional questions. So we are going to be taking a look at Killeen, Texas, which is going to be the largest city closest to Fort Hood or Fort Cavazos. Of course, if you are military or military affiliated, then you want to be close to the base so it's a little bit easier for you to commute to work. Because of course, commute times are a big factor as well. So what we're going to look at is just some data points here so you can kind of know, hey, what's going on in the market? How can I use this to my advantage if I'm looking to purchase or even sell in the Killeen area? Because sellers, it's still a good opportunity for you too. You just have to be a lot more strategic in it, and that follows up with prep work, marketing, pricing, and all those sort of things. So if you're interested in selling, let me know and we can definitely have that discussion. But so we're going to look at Killeen, and as we can see here right off the bat, we have a price decrease. So 11% since last June. So we're not in July, so July numbers aren't out yet. So we're looking at June as a whole. 11% less than it was 2024. Closed, same thing, 6% down. Active listings, that's not a good thing that it's gone up. That means we have a lot more inventory sitting on this market. Sellers, that means you've got to really be on it, on everything, getting your home prepped for the market. Buyers, that means you have a lot of inventory to take a look at, and that gives you a lot more leverage in this current market in those negotiations, or just time in regards to you can actually breathe, you can kind of make decisions, you have time on your side. And I just circled this too, so this is up 1.5% over last year. We currently have 1.2 months worth of inventory. Now I'll say in a relatively healthy market, it's about 6 months, so we're heading towards that. I still consider this, a healthy market. You don't really need excessive amount of inventory. So that's why we're already seeing the price drops. That's what we're talking about today. I will say the price drops are something that we have seen over time, but even knowing that we are in the middle of PCS season in the month of June, July, and it is still less sales than it was last year, does kind of show a trend in where we're at, in that it was still 11% lower than last year. And this is our peak season right now. This is when military personnel and their families are moving so that they can PCS and get to their new duty stations before school starts. Now, we're going to take a look at zip codes to see, because you'll see a big price jump when we change from city to zip code. And Killeen is the largest city, so there's a lot more data that we're kind of pulling from there compared to just looking at the zip code specifically, which is what we're about to do here, because Killeen has several different zip codes, so it does really depend on which area you are looking at. So we're going to take a look at 76542, which is a part of Killeen, and I consider it like one of the most popular areas in our city, also because it has a lot more a lot more housing as far as subdivision and things like that compared to some of the other places, in my personal opinion, and it's growing quite a bit too as far as new construction. So you'll see there's a pretty big price jump here. So we went from $215 to $250 in average price. So I think that kind of puts some things into view as far as how these prices can fluctuate a bit, but it's still down, still 12% down than last year, 15% less closed sales, 33% more active listings, slightly more inventory, not by much really, but a little bit more days on market. We're looking at 72. So sellers, that's a very important number for you to know. And this is the average size of the home and your built. So still relatively, I won't say new homes, but still, very much normal homes that people are purchasing. So let's see, we're looking at $250,000. Let's see what that actually buys you in this current market, because these are numbers, but Bruno, what in the world does that actually equate to? So we are going to look what does $250,000 actually get you in Killeen? So this is 270. Let's look at this. This is 259. Hey, if you're thinking of relocating to the Fort Cavazos area, I have just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I have it linked right down below. The best part is there's no obligation to this, and it's going to come with everything from the top employers to the best schools and a boatload of other information. Everything that you need to make the best decision. Again, no obligation. So make sure you click the link below. It also will be pinned, and I hope that it helps. So this is a $259,000 home right here in Killeen, Texas. Now, if you look at my other video, which I will try to link here, when I did last week, that was $250,000. That was really a great find, great location. So that kind of shows you too, there's definitely a little bit of variation in the home size that you can get at that price point, but it still kind of gives you an overview. So this home is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 1,500 square feet, built in 1995. So a little older than our data points, but looks like they've done a little bit of upgrades throughout. So it's not some of the original features. So let's go back and see one more. Another $250,000, so we're square on the money. 2004 built, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. So definitely has a lot of upgrades compared to its original build, that I am sure of. But really nice interior, really nice features. It has a nice fireplace. Got some virtual staging. Got a little cubby in the primary, it looks like. That's a super nice feature too. Definitely did some upgrades in the shower. So this is actually a great looking home right here. But so you kind of see what you're able to get for $250,000 right here in Killeen. This is our medium price point for 76542, a little bit higher than the overall average at $215. And then on the map, this is where Killeen is located. So you have Fort Cavazos here. You got Fort Cavazos here, and all of this territory represents Killeen. So you can see, I kind of dive into Hawk Heights right there. You can see why that is one of the main areas. All right, so we're gonna jump to another city that is pretty close to Fort Cavazos and Fort Hood, and is a common city that people are also purchasing in, that also has seen a price drop. So we are looking in Copperas Cove, Texas. This is conveniently located to Fort Cavazos as well. A little bit of a smaller city, so if you like a small time charm, this could be a great fit for you. But again, we're seeing that price decrease, so a little less than 5% compared to last year. Average price is $252,000, very comparable to the Killeen area. Closed deals have been a little bit less. Same thing here, more active inventory. Months of inventory had also increased. Pretty similar days on market, sitting at 73. Also 1,600 square feet, year built a little bit older at 2004. And this is an important number too. This is closed price compared to original list price. So that means that it's 95%. That means the original price that the listing agent and the seller originally put the home for, most of them sold for a little bit under that. So again, giving that strategic insight in regards to, you know, what you're able to do if you're looking to purchase. So we're gonna pull it up on the map real quick. Let's just see, for everyone that's not quite familiar, where does Copperas Cove land us? So as you can see, a little bit further out, but not by much. You got I-14 that connects it. So you got Copperas Cove starting over here, and then you have Killeen and everywhere else right here. So very small little distance here that kind of connects the two. So that's why it's still a very popular option for a lot of people. And we can see it's still very much an affordable option for a lot of people as well, looking at $252. So let's see, what does that get us for purchasing a home? All right, now for the question of the day. What is the first thing you look for in a new city? Is it a coffee shop or your favorite store? I really want to know, so make sure you comment down below, or better yet, shoot me a text, email, or even give me a call. All my information is going to pop up here on the screen. So again, what is the first thing you look for in a new city? So this is going to be a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home, 1,800 square feet. And it was built in 2012, and this is priced at $262. So you let me know down in the chat if you can get this for $262 in your current area, city, neighborhood. So this is a 2-story home. It looks like they've added some nice hardwood flooring, maybe LVP flooring, got some tile, nice kitchen. It looks like it's been pretty well maintained. So this is what you're able to get at $262, pretty close to our average price range for Copperas Cove. Again, Copperas Cove is a little bit of a quieter, older kind of city, but at the same time it is growing quite a bit, so you still have all your main amenities, and then sometimes you're probably going to come to Harker Heights or Killeen to kind of finish up your shopping. But you have HEB, they have kind of one main little shopping center as far as like the newer stores, and then throughout the city, of course, you have some smaller mom and pops and other things as well. But it is growing tremendously, and I truly do mean that. So there's definitely some amazing homes out there. I've helped a lot of buyers and sellers out in that way too. A little bit of a slope in the backyard, but this is what you get for $262 right now in Copperas Cove. So as you guys can see, the home prices are definitely starting to shift a little bit.
Hey guys, as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I absolutely love more, and that's helping families from all over the US make the move here to the Fort Cavazos and surrounding area. I've helped countless families move here, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is going to be right here down below in case you missed the pop-up screen. And I look forward to helping you and your family move to our beautiful area.
So I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. There is definitely some leverage out there for the buyers. You can definitely take advantage of this market. I know interest rates are not where some people want them to be, but you can still make a pivotal move and a smart financial decision by taking advantage of our current market and really just using it to your best advantage and being able to get some assistance and a lot of other things that you may not get in a more competitive market. Again, my name is Brina Gordon. My goal, of course, is to ensure you have everything that you need. So you can see prices are dropping in our area, and this just gives you a little bit more strategy. Sellers, it's still a good time for you. You just have to be a little bit more strategic in that plan to put your home on the market. Make sure you comment down below if you have any other questions, and I'll see you guys next time.